welcome everyone, welcome players, welcome chatters, to another night of The Forsaken. This evening, let me give a recap from last week's episode. Alright, so last week, our adventurers continued their exploration of the wizard Cullem house. While Zephyr finished exploring the downstairs, finding some interesting gold pieces that looked as if they could fit together in some way, Caszeel and Teagan spend some time with the unconscious Cullem, Caszeel strumming a song as they sit there in silence. Afterwards, the two of them venture upstairs, where they're able to break into a locked room, finding a dusty yet elaborate master bedroom. Teagan, Caszeel, Jurble, and Zephyr investigate, finding various trinkets. Zephyr then moves on to the other side of the second floor, finding a locked door, along with an art room with paintings that spanned from floor to ceiling. After Caszeel and Teagan finished up their investigating on the second floor, they moved back to the first, checking out the door that Jurble had told them about in the closet. Meanwhile, Jurble checks out the library, where he not only finds an interesting red-brown book that makes him unexplainably agitated, but also a secret door. Zephyr follows him in, where they find a strangely marked map of Ozberghen and continents surrounding, and of Dem Glemte. Also 2 boxes, one with several small crystal orbs, and another with small glass vials of crystals, both things something Jurble had seen before. Downstairs, Caszeel and Teagan successfully break through the hidden door, and are immediately... Caszeel is immediately called back upstairs by Jurble to check out what he and Zephyr found, leaving Teagan to guard the door downstairs. So the DM was corrected. Alright, so that's what happened on last week on The Forsaken. So that leaves, so Teagan, you're guarding the door downstairs, invisible, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. So Caszeel, I think that you were, you had went upstairs. You had entered into, through that secret door in the library, stepping your way through, seeing Jurble, with his belt buckle aglow, and some candles, right, in the candelabra up top, glowing as well. And Zephyr is seemingly trying to calm Jurble down.
Don't touch those. Close the box.
With 2 boxes are open on the table in front of him.
Well, right. So I was called back up here. What is all of this? And Jurble, you're so bright.
Yes.
Did Rebecca always do that?
No, it's the bird. I was hoping it was Teagan, but you
right,
do remember Fairweather, right?
Aye.
So, yeah. Well, first off, Zephyr just found these boxes with crystals inside that look awfully like the crystals of Fairweather. I've told him to keep them closed and not to touch them. And then also there's this map. There's this map over here, and I'll direct Caszeel over to the map.
Yep.
Let's take a look.
Just as a refresher, the 2 maps that you're seeing here, Caszeel and Jurble and Zephyr as well, the bottom one is clearly Ozberghen and 4 continents surrounding. The Ozberghen portion, of course, is labeled with different cities. Some you recognize, some you do not. There are, on the Ozberghen map, there are 3 triangles that look like they have been drawn in. We'll say even with little pins in it as well. One point on one triangle at the bottom has a point on Fairweather, and the other 2 points below that one are, of course, forming a triangle. One is in the eastern portion of Victa, which is a continent south of Ozberghen. And the other point is on the western portion of a another continent south of Ozberghen called Credentia. Let me just double check that.
And this is like a perfect like kind of triangle. It's not just like
right. The triangle at the bottom that's on, and again, like I'll try to give you all a map hopefully by next week, but 1 point's on Fairweather, and then 2 points are on the western part of Credentia, like on a point that's not identified as like a city or anything. And then the other point is on an eastern portion of Victa, which is another continent south of Ozberghen. Almost like forming a triangle in itself. The other, like the 3 triangles almost form a triangle in itself. The other 2 triangles, which are up towards the top, you have one that has a point in the Rasea Empire in Ozberghen, which is on the eastern part of Ozberghen. Another point of that triangle is in Oberon, and another point of that triangle is in the ocean there. On the triangle to the northwest on this map, making up the northwest corner of this inverted triangle, it's upside down triangle. 1 point is somewhere, it's not marked on the western portion of Ozberghen. Another point is on an unmarked continent to the west of Ozberghen, and another point's in the ocean. So you have 3 triangles, and these 3 triangles form a large triangle.
That's a lot of triangles. That's never good, is it?
And above that map is a map marked Dem Glemte, which has several things, places marked on there.
I think we should write this down. Have you ever heard of whatever that is? Is it in a language I can understand, Dem Glemte?
Yeah, it's in common.
Common, okay.
Yeah.
Dem Glemte?
That's...
Zephyr, because...
Have we not
talked
about Dem Glemte?
Oh, is that the place that I went? I didn't get the name though.
I think that you would have. I think that when Aurelius spoke to you, he probably would have mentioned Dem Glemte.
Okay,
that's where Aurelius resides.
It's the Divi plane with Aurelius, where the Shiga come from.
Dem Glemte.
It's the Zephyrs from there.
Really?
Zephyr, Zephyr, could you roll me a perception check? And you can let me know the total in chat, please.
Oh. And unless I'm mistaken, I believe Zephyr's friend, the tabaxi downstairs, is also from Dem Glemte.
Right. So Aurelius mentioned that to me that's where he's from, but this is all fairly ominous. Let me get my journal and I'll write some of the copy down. What I can.
Where am I in this situation? I apologize for not being aware. Where would I have?
Have you seen Wren?
Been in this whole situation?
Yeah, you and Ranerius were down there like sipping tea.
Yeah. But did you ever say that there was a map of Dem Glemte upstairs? In the key?
No, but when I keyed that I found a room, and I called for people to come up, that was like it wasn't just a Teagan. It was. I think it was just general broadcast to people with keys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which Jurble is hoping didn't include Caszeel, because Caszeel doesn't have a key, but then Teagan told Caszeel to go on up.
Are you gonna eat that?
Can I say that I would have gone up with him, even though I wasn't there to say I did?
Sure, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
At that point, I will pull out my map of Dem Glemte and compare it to the map of Dem Glemte on the wall.
Looks about the same. Yours, I think, might have a few extra markings on it, but it looks, yeah.
Oh, okay. This is old news. I don't need this map.
Are you gonna eat that?
Eat
the map?
No, we're not eating the map. Don't take it
Several
down.
then just reach up and start taking the maps down.
No, stop. We've messed enough with this man's house.
Let me. I'll have a rush to grab a journal and start sketching it down. Like, just
breathing. Thank goodness, not awake.
Zephyr, so as y'all are trying to stop him, I mean, if you want to try to make a
is it the Dem Glemte map or the Ozberghen map?
If you want to try to make a dexterity check to try and like pull, like, tackle him?
Both.
Or
So it's both maps?
No,
He's taking both maps?
which
Yes.
so he moves to
Oh my
take
gosh,
one.
yes, I will stop.
He's able to remove, we'll say, the Dem Glemte one. But the Ozberghen one still stands there.
So what check am I doing to stop this
You can
kleptomaniac
make a
bird?
dexterity check. How are you trying to stop him?
I'm gonna grab his...
Then make a strength check for
Grab
me.
Oh, man.
Zephyr, make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Can we at least wait until Cullem wakes up or dies before we start looting his house?
13.
Thank you, Larry.
13.
A little late for that. I don't even know she's not up there.
Gerbil has only been
not
looking around and he
awake.
found an accidental room. Gerbil's just been looking
Left
around.
The house.
What
But
is
not awake.
Zephyr's
a good
been
point.
looting the house.
What was your dexterity saving throw, Andrew?
Oh, I had to make a
Yes,
dexterity
please.
saving throw.
Yeah, to try and
Hmm.
because he's trying to
So you
pull you
won't
away
tackle,
from
but-
taking from he's trying to pull you away
8.
from taking the second map. Okay. So Zephyr, as you go to reach for the Ozberghen map, you already have the Dem Glemte rolled out. As you go to reach for the Ozberghen one, you feel a pair of furry hands kind of grab hold of you.
Not friendly. No touchy.
I'll kind of
I'll
try
even
to toss
back
him
up.
a little bit to the other side of the room. Stop it. Don't quit.
I want
This
to
isn't-
help you.
Then don't take down stuff off the walls. Stop it. Do I need to remind you that we came here for his help?
Help.
Taking your stuff is not helping. We don't know what
Right.
this room is.
Take notes from it, perhaps, but maybe he'll let us take it. But we shouldn't just grab just yet. If
Wait.
we're here to help him, we expect help.
Here
Are
to
you-
help
are-
him.
Are you? You just Zephyr, why don't you just go downstairs, catch up with your tabaxi brother friend? Wait, did you take one of those crystals?
Oh,
Oh my-
exiting the room.
Zephyr, Zephyr. Ah.
I'll check the box, I guess.
So Zephyr, you can either say out loud or you can private message me on Zoom if you took anything out of the boxes. Okay.
That,
So
as he like,
So Caszeel, since this is the first time you're seeing the box, so you take a look at the two boxes on the table, and this table, I'll kind of paint the picture. The room is a little disheveled, but it looks like an intentional kind of way of like just someone who has a lot of notes and is trying to sort something out. On the table in the middle of this kind of like almost circular room is books. There's some books there, some about 3 books scattered across the table, one open, several pieces of paper scattered around with different sketches on it and writings. And then on top of all this are the 2 boxes. One is wooden, holding I don't remember, I think I said around 20 vials, like crystal, like small crystal bottles with corks in them, with small crystals inside. And then the other, no labels are on the bottles. And then the other box is, and both of these are open, the other box is metal, and inside are a bunch of glass, small glass orbs, about 1.5 inches, maybe if not a bit less than that in diameter. Several of them.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as Zephyr very like sketchily backs out of the room after I asked him about taking a crystal, Jurble's just gonna like kind of rub his temples. Just, the bird's gonna be the death of us. Then he'll turn around to Caszeel. You know not to. Don't
Oh no!
Don't touch. Don't. Okay.
I think we should close the boxes too as soon as we can. But are there compartments for each one? Like, so I would be able to see there's obviously one missing, or are they just kind of all thrown in together?
In the metal box with the glass orbs, they're all just kind of thrown in there, just kind of like stacked in on each other. The metal box is probably about, it's not really big. It's about probably 9 inches, 10 inches by maybe 5 or 6 inches, and maybe about 2.5 inches, 3 inches in diameter. I mean, in depth, I guess is what I mean. And the wooden box is a little bit bigger. But you can't really tell with the wooden box, even with the glass vials, because it looks like half of them are missing. I mean, there are different little compartments on them, but yeah.
Well, if I recall, that it has some tracking with these, right? So let's just close these up in case that was shielding them, and I'll close those two up. Do I make sense of any of the drawings or writings here? Anything that stands out to me is something I would be aware of?
Yeah. Let's see, give me 1 sec. I'm just trying to pull something up here. Oh, whoops. That didn't work. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Yes. So you take a look at the different books and drawings on this table. The drawings, as you're looking through them, there are a few sketches of faces. There are a few sketches of what looks like to be maybe ghostly figures. Some with descriptions, others that look more generalized. Some of the ones with writings on it, if you just kind of take a look at 1 or 2 of the pages, just glance over them, it seems like it mentions Shiga. You see the word Shiga. You see the words Dem Glemte. You see the words mages. And it seems to be in about the same handwriting. So it seems whoever made these notes was the same person. The books... yes, you see one book open on the table. I mean, it's in common. It seems like it's about a culture and land and areas that they can be found in. If you want to like pick up anything and take a closer look, like you can definitely do that.
I think just in the background, I'll just kind of read through, and I'll put everything back when I'm done, but I'll read through and see what I can find while
okay. Well,
we're doing things.
Picking up a book. So, are you leafing through one of these books, possibly?
Yeah. I'm just taking a glance until I find something. I'm trying to understand whatever they were thinking. It seems like maybe they're just getting.
Make a perception check for me, Caszeel, please.
As Jurble still trying to figure out like what to do with Zephyr.
Zephyr will come back in and just very inconspicuously set a stack of 6 to 7 leather-bound journals on the table, and then back out of the room.
What the?
It's 24.
Oh my god.
Okay, Caszeel, yeah, as you're leafing through one of these books, you see... I am going to... Can I copy this? I wonder if that's going to work. And also, I don't know if you saw, Caszeel, but I sent you a copy of the Dem Glemte map in Discord.
Oh, nice.
I'm also putting a symbol in there that, as you're flipping through the book, you find... and I need to redo this symbol to what you're actually seeing, but this is similar to it. As you're flipping through the book, on the inside the front cover, you see this stamp, and the book itself is probably like 8 inches by 5 inches, a little bit thick, but just inside the front cover, taking almost up the entire space, is this symbol that I sent you. That, for trying to describe it, it's almost, it's like 10 blocks all together. You see it has like the letter L that kind of loops in and out. And it looks like maybe books sitting inside these letters. And then in between these 4 L's and these books, it looks like maybe a symbol of a door. But that it's all kind of like in this like square. And so that's like, put into actually 9 different squares, not 10. Smaller squares inside the larger square.
I'm just going to take my own journal and make a sketch, a copy of that. Mm-hmm.
But as you're flipping through the books, they seem like make an intelligence check for me, please, Dan.
Oh my gosh, I rolled a 19. Wow. I should have looked down earlier. So 20.
Nice. As you're flipping through these books, it's about cultures and about histories and about events that seem very unfamiliar to you. They don't seem like you're not recognizing any names, like as far as like cities go in Ozberghen or any kind of cultures that you recognize. I mean, of course, there are words that you recognize because it's in common, but as far as like what the contents are about, it's it's not ringing any bells as far as like, oh, this is about this event in Ozberghen. It seems foreign. I guess it would probably you would see quite a few times, and if you're looking at the cover of a couple of these books, on the inside first few pages, you would probably see Dem Glemte mentioned a few times.
Very interesting. Okay. I'll share it with Ranerius and Jurble since they're there. Zephyr left, right? Zephyr.
Yes, and I'll also say with your high perception.
Zephyr came back in and gave you 7 more leather-bound journals.
Wait, is Ranerius up there with us? Or is it
I'm
up there, yeah.
I'm still there. Still there.
I would likely be very interested in whatever books.
All right. Make a perception
check. You heard the turn of the
Ranerius.
page in the wind and came running.
Caszeel, you would notice in one of the pages on the desk, I mean, as I said, there are some sketches of faces that are kind of roughly done, not by really I mean, it seems like someone that might be okay with like art, but like not a proficient. And one of the faces you actually recognize, and I'm going to send that to you in a private chat on here.
He's only been back for like 3 sessions and he's already getting like whispers.
You're nice.
I perceived a natural 1.
No!
Oh
Ranerius.
no!
Ranerius walked into a spider.
You walked in, Ranerius, and you're looking at the things on the table, looking at the books. It's a lot of information. You're getting sidetracked by Zephyr, bringing the books in and sitting them down. You're getting sidetracked by, Jurble talking about a red book at one point. Rough time. Okay, yeah.
I was just going to say, Jurble, after, still just trying to, fathom Zephyr, just walking back in with, 6 more journals and just... Jurble's gonna... I better follow him. But then before he leaves, Jurble's going to take the book he had picked up by the vampire book, which I can't read my own handwriting for the life of me. The one about Dem Glemte, what was it called? The dimly lit jewel?
You definitely found a book like that. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. That was
the
called...
only last jewel? I can't read my handwriting.
Yes.
Oh God,
it was titled, if I can find, okay, yeah, so it was, called The Dimly Lit Jewel, My Journeys Through a Unique and Magical Demi-Plane.
Okay, I just wrote Journey and Dem Glemte.
And again, just to refresh your memory, it was it looks like maybe hand bound, like rudimentarily done so, like not by someone who's done
self-published
hand bound books.
$3.99 on Kindle.
Yeah, has a very like rough, in fact, the cover is just in paper as the rest of the pages are.
Okay. I'm gonna, as I leave to go follow Zephyr, I'm gonna take it out and just kind of like thrust it towards Ranerius and be like, "Here, take a gander of that. I don't think I'm gonna have time. I found it out there in the library." And then by that stupid red book. And then I'm gonna go out and follow. Follow Zephyr, or try to see where Zephyr went. Make sure he isn't looting the house more so than he already has.
It's impressive. He has like 5 books. Swipes so smoothly.
Seven
Oh,
leather-bound journals, and I put them all on the desk next to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We haven't told Caszeel yet, but he also stole I guess technically he was given 20 possessed weapons. So.
Oh, nice. He may have mentioned it in the kitchen because I was like, "Oh, what
I'm
happened?"
only carrying one of them.
He only has one now, though.
After much effort and half an episode. Yeah.
I'm gonna start thumbing through the adventures through Dem Glemte, dimly lit, whatever stuff. Yeah.
Delightful Debbie plane.
Okay, wonderful. Ren, what have you been doing?
I'm just looking around the room, seeing if there's
Okay.
other interesting things.
All right.
Nothing too fancy.
Sure. Did I not do that right? Okay. Sorry, I was trying to make this map with like the different triangles on it since we had some uproar in chat about not being able to picture this map. So I was trying to pull this together for you.
Put a Triforce upside
Guys, it either looks like a
Ozberghen.
Triforce or it looks like a hazard, like a nuclear hazard sign.
Fair.
Steph, I know it's gonna look beautiful, but I really kind of hope
it's not gonna look beautiful.
I hoped you went into like paint.
Well, here's the thing: is I already have the map done. I'm just getting like lines on it so you can see where these triangles are.
It's gonna be like one of those like football like instant replay like red squiggles.
Heck, that one's gonna be a little bit bigger. I didn't realize that. Okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Is it?
Nobody's gonna know.
So nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. All right. Well, this is gonna have to do for right now. This is as close I can get. So I'm just gonna send this to you in the Facebook chat so you can get a feel for what. Did I just get another? Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh wait. I think I told you the wrong person.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. I was like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then it went to the other thing, like, wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I did tell you. I told you the wrong person.
Wow.
So I'm going to send this to y'all in the Facebook chat now.
This is a
Gimbal
picture
the
of
whole
me.
time.
Yeah.
Picture of me.
That's
definitely
very,
not Triforce.
Very rudimentary. In fact, the two triangles.
It's the beginning of the title
The two
sequence.
triangles on the top should be a bit bigger, like the one on the bottom, but I misjudged.
Got it.
Okay.
It's more a jack-o'-lantern without a face, without a
Listen.
mouth,
Listen, Zach.
than the Triforce.
And
It
the
looks
bottom,
It
the
looks
bottom
great.
triangle's top point,
Thank
fair
you.
weather.
All right, so please excuse me if I'm asking you. So, Ren, what were you doing?
I was just looking around,
Okay.
seeing if
just
there was cool things to be seen.
seeing if there were cool things to be seen. Why don't you make a perception check for me?
I mean, everybody else is
yeah.
looking at cool things.
Ranerius, you were looking at the book that.
The book that Jurble handed me, yes.
Yeah.
10 was mine.
Okay. Ranerius, you are looking at this book, and as you're flipping through it, you can definitely see like some spelling errors. It is handwritten, but looks in a pretty steady hand though. You're picking up just it seems without like sitting down with it and actually reading it. It seems like it's a travel journal of sorts. And you'll see Dem Glemte mentioned a few times. Yeah. The library is mentioned a few times. Aurelius.
I have some books that Z gave me. Were they handwritten as well?
Yes, they would have been.
Could I compare the handwriting?
Sure. You can compare their handwriting. Make an intelligence check for me. Wren, you rolled a 10 for your perception.
Correct.
Great. Wonderful.
18 on intellect.
18 on intellect. All right. Let me see here. There's something that... Oh, you would find a book, Wren.
Yeah.
That, it looks handbound as well. Well, and with a dark blue cover. If you flip through it, inside you just see a bunch of names and dates.
Exciting.
That's pretty much the entire. It seems like a ledger of sorts.
Cool.
It's the people the crystals were harvested.
There are some names that are marked out. Some names are circled. You'll see little notes in the margins if you had spent more time with the book, but that's what you see at a glance. Your intellect of 18, Joe? Ranerius?
Yes.
That you are... Oh, yeah, so you were comparing the two. It is different handwriting.
Okay.
So let's go down to Teagan. Is there anything specific that you want to be doing during this time?
Probably after the invisibility wears off, which is only a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is greater. I think it's an hour.
But I'll regular invisibility was an hour.
Greater invisibility, 1 minute concentration.
Oh my gosh, that's not good. Anyway, sorry.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of greater invisibility, but that's just...
There's got the greater
regular
amount.
one's an hour. Greater's only a minute because it can't be broken.
Yeah,
Right.
true.
Unless you break concentration.
That's counterintuitive.
Great. Yeah. But anyway.
I know.
After it wears off, he's just sort of looking around, so he'll.
Teagan, you suddenly feel very seen.
Yeah. Exposed. He'll look at the metal door. He has a bell in his inventory. He's going to place the bell on the metal door. So
Okay.
if anything opens the metal door, the bell will ring. And
Okay.
he'll probably at that point.
May I ask how you're attaching the bell to the metal door?
I have string in my
Okay, all right.
Oh.
So
He's been chewing gum the entire time we've known him.
Yes. I invented chewing. Yeah. And I'll probably, after what had transpired, he will probably, just out of curiosity, go into the bedroom with Cullem and check in on what's going on there.
Okay. Yeah. Are you just seeing if he's stirred? Are you doing a medicine check on him? What are you?
Just going in, and
Making
I guess
sure he's still there.
Pyxrin still there? If she's still there.
Pyxrin, what are you doing? What would you like to be doing during this time?
So she's kind of fallen asleep while sitting in the chair next to the bed. Yeah, she's just snoozing.
Well, seeing that Pyxrin has fallen asleep, he's not going to
Just kick her.
Right.
It's fine.
Just shake her violently.
You just kick the chair out from under her. It's
Wake
fine.
up! What is it? Oh, nothing.
Emergency.
Tea's ready. No.
I've got my broken teacup ready from your sister.
Well, actually, seeing. Yeah, there you go. Seeing that the only person in the room with Cullen has fallen asleep, he will sit down on the floor and just check on, just watch Cullen and see if there's any change in his status.
Okay, all right. So you sit down on the floor, Teagan.
We're such stalkers.
Make a perception check for me as you're watching.
Okay.
He's gonna wake up, cast fireball.
Let me see. Maybe passive perception if I hear
Delay
him
cast.
into the room. 'Cause
17.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Somebody say delayed fireball.
What's your passive perception, Pyxrin?
Mine's 15.
Okay. Were you trying to be stealthy at all coming into the room, Teagan, or no?
No, I have no reason.
Okay. If you wanted to,
Stop.
if you wanted to wake up, upon hearing him, sure.
Where's everybody else?
Upstairs doing, I don't know what. They asked me to open one door. I opened one door for them.
Y'all been snooping without me?
Yeah, they didn't check. Yeah, they didn't ask. Yeah, yeah, they're up. Don't.
Well, he's been sleeping this entire time. There hasn't been much change at all. So,
If you want to go upstairs, I'll sit here. If you want.
okay. You should run out of the room. Wait, which? You said a
There's
door was...
off to the right. Just can't miss it.
Okay. Thank you.
What was your perception, Teagan?
17.
Okay, yeah. As you have that conversation with Pyxrin and she leaves the room and you look back over to Cullem, you do see him stir just a little bit. But then he settles back down again.
Well, seeing as Pyxrin just went upstairs, Teagan will go and mention it to John that I just went in the other room and Cullen seemed to stir for a little bit, but he seemed to go back. I don't know if you want to check on him again or...
John and Lyric are sitting on the couch as you come into the sitting room together. Look like they were kind of mid-conversation as they look over to you. Oh, well, yeah, I can go and look in. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll, go with him into the room. And
okay. Yeah. John will get up and move into the room. He'll sit down beside Cullem and just kind of, put some hands over him and seem to concentrate for a bit and look back to you. He does seem to be a little bit more rested, but I feel like he still has a little bit of sleep in him still.
Okay.
But I'll perform a healing ritual, and hopefully that will help things along a bit. And he'll start getting, just getting himself settled and just kind of put out his hands again.
I'll stay there.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he'll be there for a few minutes doing that. So... Pyxrin, you run upstairs. As you, you get up one set of stairs, and these stairs go up like one small flight. You get to this large portrait of the two young men that you would have seen in the portrait in the bedroom.
Oh, they're so cute.
And then you can go left or you can go right. You would make a perception check for me really quick.
Right about then, Zephyr's walking by her and going up to the left.
Okay, all right.
And then after Zephyr passed, Jurble's gonna come out. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Jurble's gonna stop after him.
Wait, what's going on? Hello?
So you see Jurble and Zephyr both go to the left.
Well.
What was your perception check to see if?
Well. Rolling, 17.
Okay, I'd say that you'd probably hear some voices to your right as well. Kind of coming down the hallway there.
Yeah. Jurble, wait up!
Okay.
She'll follow those
so
two, because that's just what she sees.
You go to your left, and I'll say with your perception check, and Jurble, you would probably see this too, probably looking for Zephyr. There are 3 doors here. The first door is open, and glancing in, you can maybe see an easel and some fine rugs on the floor, and maybe a glimpse of some things hanging on the wall in one of the. It's a dark room, and then above that, on the same wall, you have another closed door. And then, did you get the door open at the end of that hallway, Zephyr?
I don't think I got either of the other doors to open.
Okay, so 2 doors that are closed, in that hallway. So you have the 1 door that's open, 2 doors that are closed. And Zephyr, what are you doing?
Zephyr is walking up to the far door and trying to open it.
Okay, all right. Yes, you try to open it, and it is locked.
Right.
Y'all were stupid without me. Come on now.
I was just trying to see what the damage was with the spiders and everything. See if the spiders led anywhere. And then I found a secret room in the library, and then I realized Zephyr was taking a bunch of things. So I don't know. He's being a bit of a klepto. So I'm just kind of watching him.
Zephyr will try to bust the door open.
Okay, make a strength check.
No, 4. No.
Yeah, so you see Zephyr take a couple of steps back after trying the knob, and then just rush towards it, only to just meet the door pretty forcefully.
That's rough, buddy.
Actually,
Teagan's not here. But hey, guess what?
Take 1 force damage, Zephyr.
Take what?
1 force damage.
Seeing that Zephyr just ran into a.
So
1 force damage.
How much damage am I taking?
1.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yes.
2 deaths stand down.
Force damage?
Yes.
Wow.
Hit himself so hard.
Seeing that Zephyr just injured himself trying to open the door unsuccessfully, Joe's gonna stop it, catch his breath, and check the hall. Are there spiderwebs up here in this hall, around these doors?
Make a perception check for me.
Hey, Zephyr, you don't want to do that. And she'll reach into her pack and take out her thieves' tools.
9.
These work?
Yeah, you don't see any spiderwebs.
Sparkle.
All right, so Pyxrin, you're going to try to pick the lock?
Yeah.
Make a roll for me.
I don't think she's really ever done that. What roll would that be?
You should have. Is there not
sleight of hand?
Yeah, sleight of hand.
Maybe
Oh yeah, I'm thinking about
hand.
Fantasy Grounds has the thieves' tools thing.
And I can add my proficiency. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 16.
Okay. Whoops, it's not. Yeah. It opens up.
Joel.
There you go.
Just don't take anything until we've actually met the guy.
Wait, what'd you get?
Nothing.
Zephyr will hold up all these different gold pieces that obviously fit together. That he's already showed people.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So to these.
Did Teagan and Caszeel ever tell anybody that they opened that door without that key?
No.
How do you know? Wait. How do you know that went to that?
Oh, that's what we've been assuming. I was just saying.
Okay.
Didn't mean to presume.
Cool beans. All right. So you unlock the door. Do you open the door, Pyxrin?
Yes.
Okay. So you open the door. As you open it, it's not a huge room, but a medium-sized room. The far wall is this arched window that almost takes up the entire wall. You have this kind of like midday light, golden light pouring in. You see some trees through the window. Inside the room is a luxurious bath. A very large bath, built
did you
in.
say a bath?
Yes, built into the floor bathtub.
She's gonna run to the bathtub and
There's Paris in the top. That's why it was locked.
she's gonna run to the bathtub and like put her hands on it, like on the edge, and be like, "Dibs!"
The flooring in this room is this kind of blue and green tiles, along with these kind of pearl tiles mixed in. The walls are this kind of beautiful wood planks that are of different types, along with the ceiling as well. You have a wash basin in here, along with an empty. There's none of these are filled. The wash basin is filled along with a pitcher of water on the floor next to it. You have a few baskets kind of stacked on top of each other in this kind of metal tower that seem to have towels in it and other bath goods.
Gerbils gonna poke his head in.
Zephyr's looking for secret compartments, especially on everything.
Okay.
After they
Make
raided,
an investigation check. Go ahead, Jurble.
Yeah, after they raided, Gerbil's gonna like look and see that it's like just a luxurious bathhouse room, and just be like, "Wait, why would someone
that's
lock
a 17.
this?"
Why was this locked? It's so pretty.
Don't steal anything.
Okay.
And
Wait, I
Gerbil's
have
gonna
dibs on the
leave.
first bath at least. Who are those towels?
There's also a couple of larger buckets in here that you would assume would be for, getting some water and bringing it up here, along with a basket of black stones that are beside the bath. For your 17, Zephyr, you okay. You do find a few
Finds
trinkets.
the old man's medicine cabinet.
You do find
Score!
You do find a few trinkets, like a steel mirror. Also, this bronze tree sculpture as well that is sitting on top of the rack with the different baskets in it. Of course, you have general bath goods like towels, some things in glass jars with corks in them that you would assume were bath oils or other things that have to do with the bathing area. You also see some salts and others. And let's see here. As you're walking around looking, you get near to the tub area, and the tub is made out of this beautiful kind of grayish marble. You feel a loose tile under your foot.
Immediately will drop down and move said loose tile.
Okay. Inside, as you move the tile, there's a little space carved into the floor that has a gold circle that is very interesting. In fact, so interesting. Let me pull up my notes here. This gold circle has like on one side it has raised shapes on it that look like that things can maybe fit into it. Make an intelligence check for me. On the other side of this gold kind of disc, I guess you could call it, is an interesting design. It's a circle, and inside the circle is three upside down triangles. 2 at the top and 1 at the bottom, with a rudimentary eye shape in the middle of all of this.
Okay.
So
the intelligence check was a 16.
Okay. You would be able to tell that maybe you should try the other gold pieces on like with this one to see if they fit together.
Okay. We'll do that.
Okay, right there on the floor. Are you doing it right here?
Yes.
Okay, just asking. Okay, so you take out the pieces and you start fitting them together. So Jurble and Pyxrin, you are seeing this as you're, in the room. So he had pulled out something out of the floor, looked at it, and started getting out these other pieces out of his bag and started kind of clinging them onto the tiled floor and kind of like putting them together. And Zephyr, it does fit together. And the shape that it forms looks vaguely familiar. But it's the, that eye shape with like the circle in the middle, with the 3 lines going. I think it's down. Or is it up in the bad one? I think it's down.
Is it the good one or bad one?
Give me 1 second.
I feel like down was bad because it was like crying.
Let me look
I
up
think
my
it was
notebook
down
somewhere
because it was crying.
Listen, friends,
That's
I am
what I
finding it.
imagine.
Okay.
Okay.
Y'all just.
We love you.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so I actually had it wrong in my notes. So with 3 lines going up off of this eye, and then you have this circle that goes around it, and those all fit into this gold disc.
So
all the little pieces that I had fit,
Yes.
including the one that's a cylinder.
Yeah, the cylinder was the swirling pattern inside the eye, so it just kind of fit inside the eyepiece. And this gold disc kind of serves as almost like a placement of them. So like if you would like turn it upside down and like shake it a bit, like the pieces would all fall out.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a giant torchlight committee symbol? Or is it's the other one?
As well, you're not there.
I thought I was. I thought you just said Jurble was
you are there. Never mind.
Jurble's
Never
there.
mind. Never mind.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
Y'all are in too many places.
You're dead.
Shut up, you
You've been erased.
Yes. If you're looking at it, it does look like the torchlight committee symbol. Yes, and Zephyr would recognize it.
What are you doing?
Am I missing any pieces?
No.
Okay. There's another locked door. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
What?
You got them all. Or so you think.
Now,
Well, right.
if I remember right,
Zephyr.
Aurelius.
It's a sparkle.
Yes. Jurble.
Wait, that all fit in there?
If I remember right, when Aurelius mentioned Cullem that one time, it was like Cullem was not part of the Torchlight Committee, but like he was offered a position. Is that what? Did I make that up? Do I not? Do I know anything?
Make an intelligence check to see if you remember.
That's a natural 1. Jurble just walks out of the bathroom.
Jurble
Oh
doesn't
my
get
God.
it. Jurble leaves.
He's tired. As he leaves, he just tells Pyxrin, "He's your responsibility now."
Wait, hey now.
I will say, Pyxrin, that if you take a closer look at the tub, you will see that the tub has a layer of dust inside of it.
I want a nice bath. What are you doing over there, Zephyr?
Zephyr's gonna come over and pat Pyxrin. Did you even plan this out?
No.
And then show her the coin thing puzzle.
Wait a minute. Is that... Did it open anything?
More of that. And points towards the locked door down the hall.
Wait, you think there's... Okay. She's totally gonna Scooby-Doo down the hallway with Zephyr.
Okay, well, it's the
Like
door.
the
It's the door right
doors.
next to this one.
Okay.
Right.
So as y'all move to that one, let's head over to the group in the library. So, yes. What are y'all up to over here? I think it's Ranerius, Caszeel, and Wren.
I'm going through as many books as I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, was Teagan heading upstairs? Is he on our side?
Teagan
No, he's
is
not.
still downstairs with
Teagan's
John in the room.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Jurble would have made his
John-
way downstairs, but he's not there yet.
Teagan
Share
was
uncomfortable looks.
Teagan was scolded, so
I know. I'm so sad.
Teagan's gonna leave the party.
So Ranerius, which books are you looking at?
I'd be especially interested in the ones Caszeel was looking at before, and I just couldn't
Okay.
concentrate with everyone in the room.
Okay. Yeah.
Notably, the one with all the scribbles and stuff.
Okay, so make a perception check for me, please. Caszeel, what are you doing?
I'm actually gonna call over to Ranerius and Wren, pulling that particular sketch. Wait. So about two things. First, you lads remember this arsehole, and I'll hold up the drawing of Kring.
So Caszeel is holding up a face sketch of just the head, neck, and shoulders. It seems, it seems like someone who had an artistic eye drew it, but it's not perfect. It seems like maybe it was like roughly done. But it's, now that he's pointed out to you, it's pretty unmistakable.
Oh.
You can see the dumb, blank look in the eyes here, right?
Now,
Came through.
a difference is that the eyes look definitely tired. There are some lines that have been kind of like scribbled under the eyes. The eyebrows are furrowed. And the face has some weird markings and almost like it's dirty or scratched.
Okay.
Are you saying as in compared to what we remember him looking like?
True.
Or...
Yes. I mean, because you remember him just as like a 20-something frat boy.
And in the whole time shift thing, we remember him not dying?
Same events.
No, it's the same events for Kring.
Okay.
I think you might be thinking about. I think I corrected y'all on Chris. You don't remember him dying
because Bornheim was normal in this reality.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I don't know what all these books mean yet, but I think that we should ask Cullem once he awakens at least what these were and what's happening here. Might give us a better idea of what's happening.
I agree. I think Cullem will unlock a wealth of knowledge for us.
Lad, and I'll turn to Ranerius as he's saying that. I spent a wee bit of time traveling with a lass that was a wizard as well. And she had the ability to just cast something to detect bits of magic around. It came in handy a few times. Do you have anything like that? Is that in your skill set?
Of course, yes. I do that fairly often.
Oh, all right. I don't suppose I know we're not taking anything from poor Cullem downstairs, but there's vials, and I'll just briefly open in case either of you haven't seen. Wren, you two might remember these, and I'll show the crystals in the little vials.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah, for sure.
I will cast Detect Magic as an action, not a ritual.
Yes.
Okay, you're
worried there
casting
might be something else in the
detect
room.
magic on what, Ranerius?
Just in the room. It's got a 30-foot radius.
Okay, all right.
So unless this room's bigger than 30 feet, I
Okay.
should be able to see
Okay.
whatever is magical in the room.
Only bigger than bricks.
Surprisingly, it doesn't pick up much. It does pick up the candles in the light fixture, because I think those were magically lit. You see almost a magical residue on the wooden box with the glass vials with the crystals in them. And you would definitely... Wait, were the boxes closed or were they left open?
I just opened them to show the two of them the stuff.
You would see a definite glow coming off of the crystal orbs in the metal box, the small crystal orbs. Besides that, I don't think there's anything else in this room that you would pick up on, other than, of course, like this magical shit that probably I think Caszeel has.
I just imagine you looked at Caszeel and he's like blinding.
What up?
I don't see.
Is that a wish ring?
Don't worry about that.
The strongest magical presence in this room is you, Caszeel. But I haven't. This, of course, is radiating some kind of magic.
I can leave, guys. Don't worry.
Candelabros above us. They also are magical. If you don't mind, I'm going to. What?
I was just the orbs. Then I was going to step aside.
I'm going to make the most of this, and I'm going to check out some of the other rooms.
Oh, perfect, of course.
So, I'm just going to walk around while Detect Magic's still active and see what I can gather from other rooms in the house.
Cool.
I'm going to cast Identify on the orbs.
Cast Identify?
On the orbs.
Okay, so casting Identify on the orbs. How close are you getting to these glass orbs?
It's touch, so I've
okay,
got to touch
all right.
it.
So you step up to the orbs. As you're about ready to put your hand on them, you start to notice, and it's hard to tell which it's coming from because there are so many just clumped together there. Some shifting in colors. You start seeing a little bit of blues, a little bit of darker shades kind of wash through and almost reflect off of all of them from whichever one it's coming from. And casting Identify on them, how long is that instantaneous?
It is, let's see, casting time takes 1 minute.
Okay, all right, yeah. So as you're kind of noticing that, your casting would have been done, and it does seem like there are scrying spells on these of sorts. I'll go ahead and let you know.
Oh, okay. Scrying.
Cool.
It seems to kind of emanate off of all of the orbs.
May I ask, is it something scrying through them on us, or is it just that type of magic where they can be used for scrying? Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just checking out something here. Okay. Yeah. You'd be able to. It seems like it's probably more of a one-way thing. onto you, like on like something viewing through them.
I close it. Oop. Then, so because Ranerius has left the room, or
Yeah, it's just you.
right,
I'm wandering in the house.
I'll just
my
so
magic
Ranerius can do his thing. Nice. I'll just let Wren know. Then, okay. So the marbles are a bit dangerous for us. There's some scrying magic from elsewhere. It's just taking a peek-see through some of these orbs, if not all of them. So I'm just going to keep it shut.
Good call. Good call. And I'll go back to looking through the books of names just to see if I ever recognize any of the ones I'm flipping through.
Joe Mama.
Make an investigation check for me.
Oh, investigation! I don't know that one by heart. 1 second.
Or make a perception check for me, please.
Okay, I know that one.
You're doing great work, Wren, and I'll give you a whatever you call it with Bard's Day. Inspiration.
7?
17.
17, okay. You would pick up one. Let's see. You would pick up on a name that looks familiar to you, at least one. Regina, which has been marked out. And you would pick up on you would pick up on John's name in here, which is not marked out.
But it's not marked out.
And you would pick up on you would pick up on
I know it's this John, or is it just a John?
No, you would recognize
Okay.
the name. I think I gave it to you.
I
at
know
one
that
point.
name.
Just check it.
John.
These names are the names that you know for these two people, for Regina and for John. But it could be. There are a lot of people in the world, so who knows?
Yeah.
You would also notice another name that I'm going to give in here. And again, these are just names in as you're flipping through hundreds. It's a lot of names in this book. There are dates. The one for Regina seems pretty current. Not like yesterday, but maybe in the past couple of weeks. The one for John,
like 56 sessions ago.
The one for John is about maybe 3 decades old. The date. And the one for this one is possibly between maybe about 80 decades old. That I'm going to give you right now. Just in case you don't want to reveal it.
Yep. Got it.
And I would say just with the amount of names that are in here you could sit down with the book another time and maybe find some more names, but for now, that's what you get.
You said 80 decades for that last
80 decades,
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the book?
Oh, actually, I take that back.
That
back. I'm sorry. Probably about 60 decades old. 60.
Okay.
Sorry.
Also, now I'm more interested in this book. So is it just a name and a date, or is there other information written down?
We'll say that there is a name. It's a very tight ledger. Name. There's a date. There's a space for place. Some of the places are not filled in. You'll have some that have missing information from the name, or maybe just a first name and a last initial. So there's not
Yep.
it's not strict in the record keeping, it seems. But yes, so you'll have places for some of them, like the one beside Regina would have said Ozberghen. Some of them have specific cities. Some of them do not. Regina's probably would have said Fairweather.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I'd probably say like there's a space for any notes. There aren't any notes by the ones that you found. But yeah.
And does the as I look at the cover, is there like a description or like a statement of what this book is, or like a title, or is it just a book?
It's, as I said, I think it had the dark blue cover, and it was hand bound.
Yep.
Flipping open past the cover on the first page, probably would be a date written, possibly like going back from current time, which actually the most current date, like it's like a date and then like the little dash symbol too, and then another date.
Yep.
The most current date to the right is probably about, looks like it hasn't been updated about a decade ago, even though you saw that Regina's name had been marked as just a couple of weeks ago. So it just seems like the cover hasn't, this part hasn't been updated. In fact, the dates have been like scribbled through a couple of times to make new ones, as time seems to have went on. The earliest date in this goes back about 120 decades.
Okay. Okay. Sounds great.
Also on that page would be, probably just very rudimentary. It'd probably just say like persons of interest.
Oh, like as in the whole book is persons of interest?
That's what has been written there on that front cover, kind of cover page, I guess, where the right under the dates.
Gotcha. Okay. So then, after Caszeel showed me that, I'm just gonna keep perusing that book.
All right.
Through, as you said.
Ranerius, you stepped out of the room. What are you doing?
I'm going into every door I can find and just checking out what's magical.
Okay. Well, the first door you come to, you're in the library. Are you checking out anything in the library?
Well, we were already in the library.
Well, you were in a secret room off of the library, so going out of the secret room would take you to the library.
Then yes.
Okay. This room, you would see some like magical residue in some of the books. There's a book on the table that is definitely showing as magical.
Okay.
And this was just detect magic that you were casting, right?
Right.
And that lasts for 10 minutes, correct? Okay. All right. So, yeah, so you do see a faint aura around that book. I'm trying to see if there's a school of magic it would fit into. Probably just enchantment. School of magic, I think. Hopefully that's right.
Gonna make you angry magic.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Ranerius.
That seems to be the only thing in here. Yeah, that's the only thing in here that glows any magic for you. Are you moving on to the next room?
Yes.
Which is almost like an alchemist room, which no one has been in yet. This right here, let's see here. Let me pull up something. All right. So as you walk into this room, there are a couple of windows in there. And again, I think these rooms, including the library, had like an early evening glow coming in from the windows. And you do see like the tree branches as if you were actually on as if you were outside on a second story. There are several cabinets just lining the room, along with a huge wooden table in the center. The floor is like a stone tiles. With the cabinets that surround the room, there are ones with covers on them. There are ones that are open. The covers have been torn off of. Filled with scrolls, filled with glass bottles, filled with... there have been a couple of ones that have been open and pieces taken out of it. But you kind of saw that throughout the house, like things have been misplaced and taken off of shelves and things. There are a few drawers that have been opened with its contents kind of like dumped on the floor. But pretty much, I mean, this room glows. And you could see that as soon as you walked in. I mean, I'm not going to go through... Yeah, I'm not going to go through and tell you every school of magic in here, but it's all kinds of different colors. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell that this is where all of the magical shit, you know, it seems like components have been stored.
Got it. Cool. Back out into the next room. Okay,
going into the next room. So that was the room at the end of this right hallway. And that was the master bedroom. So you walk in, there's this huge 4-post bed with this early evening light pouring in through 2 windows. Beautiful, like, lush rugs on the floor. To your left, you would see an armoire with some drawers in it. And on top of it are a few bottles. One of them is glowing a little bit of magic, but you can't really tell the school of it. There's also a ring on like a mirrored platter there that is definitely showing off some magic. Let me see if I can pull that up. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Okay. All right, so I would say this is probably... Okay. Yeah, this would definitely be illusion magic on this ring. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So it's just a golden, simple gold ring with a little bit like a golden rivet on one side. Looking around the rest of the room, let's see here. You would... let's see here. You would see, there's a desk on the other side of the room with a couple of potion bottles on it that definitely radiate some magic. And also a few books, and there's one book that is showing some magic as well there on the desk.
Okie doke.
All right.
Next room.
Okay. Well, that's on the other side of the corridor. So there's no more rooms in this hallway.
Okay. Is there only one hallway in the upstairs, or is...
No, it went to the left and the right. You were in the right hallway right now.
Okay. So then on to the left hallway.
Okay. All right. So you head over to the left hallway, and we'll move on to Teagan. Are you still sitting downstairs with John?
You bet.
Okay. All right. He's still, trying to do some magic down there, work his magic. Lyric might come in and just kind of stand in the doorway and, just kind of drinking some tea, and we'll kind of step back out. You'll hear Daft kind of working in the kitchen still, maybe trying to get some food together again. And yeah. Pyxrin, what were you doing?
Me and Zephyr were going to the other door.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're in the left corridor going to the last door.
Yeah, so we'll say that, yeah, that would have taken him taken Ranerius a lot of time to look around. All right, so you go to that kind of like middle door in the hallway, and it is locked. Would you like to try and open it, Pyxrin?
Yep.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sorry, the song stuck in my head. 11. Wait, no. 21.
Okay.
So I can add my.
That's a very big difference.
I started counting on my hand, and then I got to how you count to 10 and then you do 1 all over again. I got to the 1 all over again, and I'm like, my brain just messed up.
Oh. So you use your lockpicking tools on this lock, and you hear that familiar click to tell you that you got it right. Do you open the door?
Yep.
Okay, so you open this wooden door, and you hear a little bit of a creak as it creaks open. All right. And inside is a dark room with the light shining in from the hallway, because you have these natural kind of, you have these natural kind of like skylights, oddly enough, that let in some light throughout the halls. It's a dark room, and with the light coming in from the hallway, you can see a small table that looks like might be about 15 feet in from the door.
You want to go in first?
Zephyr's to shiny and cast light
Okay.
on a button.
Okay. All right. So you cast. So you see Zephyr casting light on one of his buttons, and all of a sudden he's just glowing. Kind of have to like.
Oh.
Yeah. And so Zephyr, are you walking into the room?
Yep.
Okay. So you walk into this room, and there's as you walk in, it's not a very big room, circular room, and you see this small circular table in the middle of the room with this carpet underneath it, and on the table is as you step up to it, you can see at first just a glass covered something, and then as you step right up to the table, you can see that it's a bell jar of sorts, and inside is this green, looks like land, with some rocks and maybe a waterfall. Yeah, some greenery there as well.
Does it look like the approach to the house?
It looks a little bit similar, but a little bit different. So, yeah.
Pyxrin's gonna kind of sneak in a little bit, looking around the room.
As you're looking around, and some of his light, of course, glows out from him, that's all that's in this room.
Well, that's kind of weird.
You'll see some, like, candelabras on the wall with some candles in them that have been burned down not too far.
You think we can touch it? Just gonna reach over slowly and, like, try to touch it with her finger.
Okay. It has the glass cover on it, so you're touching the glass cover. Yeah, as you touch it, it doesn't respond in any way to you.
Hear thousands of tiny screams.
Like a fish
And
tank.
this bell jar
There's
is,
a mushroom cloud that slowly
this bell jar is maybe like
rises in the-
about 6 inches wide and about probably like 10 inches tall.
Does the puzzle coin seem to react to this area at all?
Yeah, if you hold out the puzzle coin, it does not react. There's no visible reaction, no.
Put it closer to the thingy, further away
Okay.
from the thingy, closer
No
to the
reaction.
thingy.
How does my pendant feel?
Throughout this entire house, continuously your pendants have felt warm. There's been no fluctuation.
Okay.
Not yet.
She's gonna try to see if she can pick it up from the table.
Okay. Okay, so, you pick it up from the table. What are you doing with it?
Kind
I threw it on the ground.
of. I don't need your
No,
stinking
don't do that.
waterfall. She's holding it up closer to her face to kind of like pick it up and
Okay, alright.
see if she recognizes it.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to send someone a secret message, not you, Pyxrin.
Damn it!
Who's it gonna be? We're all waiting now.
Who wins the lotto?
Ah!
All of a sudden, Teagan has a very bad feeling.
Okay, yeah, so you, pick it up and take a closer look at it, Pyxrin, and, yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. It looks real. It doesn't look like anything manufactured, at least not by human hands. Green and trees, and you have this waterfall kind of flowing down into this pond area that looks like water flowing in a waterfall.
I have the sun urge to pee.
There's a little bit of kind of a cloudy fog forming in a few places.
It's so pretty.
Cough, cough, hint, hint.
Wait, is this the thing from outside?
That's what I asked. She said no. Yes. No.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Are you asking? You asked in Pyxrin's voice, so is that a question to the DM
Yeah.
or a question? Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
Oh, give me 1 second. No, I mean, it looks similar. I mean, there are similarities, but it's not an exact replica. No.
okay.
I mean, but definitely, like, because what you saw when you came in was the waterfall and the pond and the greenery. This looks a little bit more lush and a little bit more overgrown than what you saw outside.
I think it might be a good idea to leave this here.
Is there anything on the table underneath where it was when she picks that up?
Nope. No, it's
Okay.
on the glass jar is on, like, of course, like a golden base, but there's nothing. I mean, other than probably a huge circle of, you know, like where dust has kind of built up on the table around it, and
Why is this place so dusty? Just gonna look underneath the base.
make a sleight of hand check to see how evenly you're able to
no.
keep that steady.
God.
oh no.
The sticker says made in Crotosha.
Oh, I rolled a 22.
Oh, thank goodness.
22.
Oops, sorry, guys.
The entire plane of existence snaps out of existence.
Oh.
Fired out into the chasm below.
Okay, so I
who's living
rolled.
inside die.
I rolled on my side. So you raise this up, Pyxrin, and it does kind of wobble a bit, but you're able to catch it back. Nothing's on the bottom.
Hearts. Just gonna put it gently down, like back on the table where it was. Wait, is this at like this? Wasn't there out of character for a second? There was a place that they. Was it in Dem Glemte?
Yeah, Aurelius had
a whole bunch of like.
He had worlds in bell jars.
Yeah.
I don't remember who he showed that to, or if he showed it to everybody.
He showed it to everyone.
I think he showed it to everybody.
Okay, yeah, because he pointed to worlds like, see, some of them are fading away. That's why I hired you. Which I just now remembered. That's why we're doing this. That was our mission. Shiga is possibly destroying universes. Okay. I don't know.
Teagan's going to grab his pendant. And I guess it doesn't really matter, but he'll address Pyxrin. You might want to come downstairs. It seems like Cullem is... Something's happening with Cullem.
Well, it's done past now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
that was 3 hours ago.
I would still want Pyxrin to come down and look at him since, something happened with him.
She'll answer with, I think y'all might want to come upstairs because there's a jar with something in it, just like what we saw back at what's his name's house. Bell jar.
Oh.
I don't know why it's here. Tried to see if there was something on it, but
that's interesting because
why is it here in a locked room all by itself? Why is the bathroom locked?
Maybe that's a satellite library of the other library. Like you can check out stuff from this library, and it counts also from that library.
I'm just.
What if we all
I didn't even
die?
think about that.
And this is
There's
purgatory.
I'm just relaying that. Not a moment ago, he shimmered and murmured and tried to say something. Now he's quiet again. I don't know what's going on with him.
I don't trust John. That's what he says. That's the tone he's giving.
Is that what Jurble says through the...
No, isn't this just a one-way Teagan to Pyxrin?
Oh, okay.
Can we do that?
Is this one way to Teagan to
Zephyr's
Pyxrin?
there. Oh, no, never mind.
I would say
I think it's a group.
Yeah,
I don't think
I would have
it's
said
a
it's a
group.
group. Yeah,
But can we do that without asking you like
can't.
individualized?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can't.
so that-
yeah, but I'm asking Pyxrin to come downstairs and take a
Yeah.
look because not a moment ago he was shivering and murmuring, and now he seems to have quieted down. But I still want you to come take a look at him in case something's going wrong with him.
Right. I'll be there in a minute. Zephyr, we need to go downstairs for a little bit. Don't take that.
Were the bodies still warm?
As far as I know, yeah.
Got him on the bed.
And with that, we'll take our bio break. So for those watching,
Pyxrin speaks Zephyr. What?
for those watching, we take an 8 to 10 minute bio break. So,
All stuff you people said last
That's
time.
hilarious. That's amazing.
Oh, sorry, I had the starting soon up for a second. We take an 8 to 10 minute bio break.
Oh my!
So,
Are we
hang with
restarting
us,
this?
Restart.
and we'll be back in 10 minutes. All right.
Unjump.
There. Now it's.
Oh no! Surprise!
Last episode was a gold mine
amazing. I love that you do that and write them down and use them later for communication. That's brilliant.
So much fun. I'm at 93.
Damn, that's awesome.
93 sayings. So it's kind of hard sometimes, like scanning really quickly. Yeah,
Do you have them categorized, or are they just like random lists?
Chronological order.
Okay. Whew. Amazing. I can imagine. The extra fun to hear those callbacks.
But there is a jar.
There's a jar. Oh, there's a jar.
We're taking tips right now.
For those of you who give the patrons.
Doing okay with your prank.
I feel your pain.
Pain.
One of these days she's gonna say that. I don't need that, and like she's deleting her character sheets off here. I'm gonna be like, wait,
Hey.
what?
Oh, is this it? Is this what I want? Is this what I want with my life?
Just things in our inventory just start disappearing.
Start opening
Rewriting our backstory. It's never lucky. His life is a lie.
Yeah.
Very dexterous. Disability free.
List. What
They
did
don't owe us
I...
Sad.
Well, just where it's at. Oh, here it is. Found it. I put this list together for a reason. This reason is now.
List of all the enemies.
Oh, it went. I had it. All right, going live in 3, 2, 1, and we're back.
Woo!
Alrighty, so wow. Okay, yeah. So so Pyxrin was telling Zephyr not to take the bell jar. Zephyr said something in response. So Pyxrin, are you going downstairs? Okay, cool. I would say that as you're exiting the room and start going start going around the corner, like right where the art room doorway is. You'll almost run right into Ranerius.
Hi.
Oh,
Sorry
hello.
about that. I didn't mean to.
No,
Doing
no,
all
no,
right?
that's quite all right. I'm just I'm exploring. If you'll excuse me, time is limited.
Oh, of course. I'm going downstairs to Colin, so I'll see you in a bit.
And,
Try not to get too lost.
I'll try.
All right.
She'll keep going downstairs.
Cool.
Walks in to
Why
see
don't-
Zephyr stuff a bell jar into his pants.
Why don't, since we
If y'all
haven't,
see your balls,
since Teagan hasn't did that much this episode, since he's been with Cullem, we will have we'll stay with Pyxrin as she goes downstairs. Yes.
I was just gonna say when Jurble left them in the bathroom, he had went downstairs.
Oh, okay. All right. So what were you doing downstairs, Jurble?
Jurble probably would have went downstairs if he saw Lyric in the main room. He'd just be like, there's a library with a bunch of books up there. Don't look at the red one. and then I kind of poke my head into Teagan and John and just be like, I think I'm gonna go outside, check the perimeter and stuff.
And we'll say this was before what happened, Teagan.
Okay. So.
All right. So you head out the front door. We'll get back to you in a second. We'll actually stay with Jurble since we'll try to kind of catch everyone at the same time. So Jurble, you step outside. What are you doing exactly? So as you refreshment as you step out of this cottage, because you've been inside, you've seen all of the windows kind of showing daylight and trees. So it's probably, even though you expect it, it's probably a little bit of a shock as you step out the door and it's like you're inside of a cave. To your left are the two Aarakocra bodies. And you see some spider webs here and there, as well as on the floor that you noticed when you came in.
Okay. Jurble's gonna kind of check the spider webs, but then also check for any kinds of tracks or anything, because Jurble's still trying to figure out where the heck all these spiders went, or whoever caused all this damage.
All right. It is stone, so you're not gonna be able to find any footprints or tracks or anything. You would roll a perception check for me, and you might notice something if you roll well enough.
Do I use a real die or do D&D Beyond?
That's your choice,
Real
sir.
die.
Okay.
It's more fun.
Come on.
Plus, D&D Beyond is laggy, at least according to Emilio.
Yeah. It did for me earlier, too. I clicked on a roll by accident. I was like, oh, what?
17.
Okay. So you would notice the pieces of spider webs kind of coming from the entrance of the cave leading to the house. You would notice the pieces kind of over towards the left where the Aarakocras are. You would also notice a little bit going to your right, to the right side of the cave. Do you follow them?
And yes, because I don't think...
The space isn't that big. I mean, the house, isn't that large on the outside, but there's only maybe about 20-foot space on either side of the house in this cave. On the ceiling, there are a lot of what's the ones that hang from the ceiling? Is it stalagmites or is it stalactites? Stalactites.
T for top.
T for top. Thank you. Hanging from the ceiling, almost looking very decorative, almost unnatural, but very pretty. So you kind of follow the piece of spider webs off to your right, and they suddenly stop.
I'm gonna go just because has anyone walked around the house? Can you walk around the house?
You can definitely try, sure.
That wasn't the answer.
I'm just. You want to go around the house? Go around the house.
I will try and walk around the house.
Okay, all right.
Just do a full perimeter of the cave.
Okay. Okay. Are you looking out for anything are you looking for more spider webs or?
I guess looking for more signs of spider webs, but then also to see if there is like a back entrance, like if there is another way.
There's always a back entrance. Make an investigation check for me.
Yeah, I can't blame Dem on that.
I know. It's like she said it before Dick could. Okay.
Yes.
Making another
Yes.
perception check. You said another perception check, right?
Yes, in investigation. I'm sorry. I was reveling.
Investigation.
I was reveling
Okay.
in my own words.
Oh, okay. See, I realized the reason my intelligence rolls are bad is because I'm using grog die. My grog dice.
That's probably your problem.
Just to test a theory. Yeah, that's a 9. I'm gonna get another dice for intelligence checks.
Yeah, you yeah, you look around. You're able to, so you go, we'll say, to the left of the house and go around that side. You're able to go towards the back, although the back is very narrow. It's not right up against the cave wall. There's maybe like a maybe about a 5-foot space in between the house, like the back wall and the rock. I mean, it seems like this house was definitely, you know, built to fit a certain specification in here. There's nothing back there. No, you know, nothing that's been stored back there. There are no back entrances. Yeah, it's just a back wall of a house with some, not even, well, there are some windows, but you can't see through them. It looks like there are curtains on them.
He's gonna go back to where the spiderwebs disappeared and just look around that spot again.
Okay.
He's stewing.
All right, just looking around. Anything in particular, or no? Just stewing.
No, just I guess just.
You don't have to be looking for anything. I'm just asking.
Yeah, he's just trying to like think of like possible ways like they could have just like how they could have left if there's magical means, or if spiders just decide not to leave webs around everywhere.
Sure. Okay, so you stand there and stew a bit. We'll go back into Teagan. So what transpired, which we covered in private messages. And Pyxrin, are you going straight to the bedroom where Cullem is? Okay. So you walk in. John is kind of sitting in the chair, looking a little bit concerned. And Teagan is standing there as well. Cullem is still seemingly laying there peacefully in the bed.
I'll explain to Pyxrin that he's been like this the whole time until about, I wouldn't say I'll look at John, less than a minute ago. All of a sudden, twice he shivered and tried to mumble something, and then he just went back to this state after that. But it was quite jolting, I guess.
Like, did he actively wake up while he was shivering, or did he keep his eyes closed while he was shivering?
I would closed. It was just like he was suddenly, I don't know.
Right. I'm gonna go over to Cullem and do a medicine check.
Okay. Roll for a medicine check for me, please.
11. I have a whole bowl of dice sitting right next to me today. Yeah.
Yeah, Pyxrin, you kind of kneel down next to the bed since John's sitting in the chair. He'd probably see you kind of step over and get up and allow you to sit down. So as you're sitting in the chair and you're, kind of looking over the body, he looks about the same as what he seemed to look before when you were sitting in the room with him. No physical change. Pulse is still there. Seems to be breathing pretty deeply, like in a sleep.
Have you guys tried to lean in to see if you can figure out what he's saying?
I tried, but I couldn't make out what he was saying. He was murmuring, and it happened twice. I tried, and that's why we called you down. I couldn't figure out what was going on with him.
It's all right. I'll stay here and see if it happens again to see if I can try to figure out what he said. Thank you for letting me know. And she'll actually give him directions to the room that her and Zephyr were in previously.
Okay.
With the whole globe thingy-majiggy. But yeah, it's still up there, and I left it there because I don't know why it's there. I don't know what everybody else has found. I don't know what everybody else is doing. So, but I'll just stay here to see if it happens again. If you want to go up and look at it, you can.
Can you show me where that's at? John will ask you.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'll tell Pyxrin, go ahead, show him. I'll stay down here. If you want to go upstairs and show him.
Oh, to leave.
No, you don't have to. I mean, I don't know if
I can try to find it. I'm sure. I'll just go upstairs.
I'll go with you.
Okay. And he will kind of wait for you to leave the room and just follow right behind you.
Yeah. She'll go up and lead him to the room.
All right. Teagan, are you staying in the room? In Cullen's room?
Yeah, sure. Certainly.
Okay. Yeah, John will follow you into the room with the bell jar. Zephyr, what are you doing?
Zephyr's still in the bell jar room.
Okay. What are you doing in the bell jar room?
Around to kind of ascertain if there's any hidden anything in here.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Don't fail me now. Nat 20.
Nothing,
nice.
My friend. Nothing.
Wasted.
Wasted 20.
Zephyr
throws the bell jar across the room.
Zephyr picks up the bell jar and smashes it on the ground.
Nothing hidden. It's just the circular room with the table in the middle with the rug underneath and the bell jar on top.
Zephyr pokes the bell jar a couple times.
Okay. All right. How hard are we poking this bell jar?
Very gently.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it doesn't no, you don't nothing happens. All right, so we'll say at that moment Pyxrin and John enter the room. John will kind of look at you, Zephyr, and nod to you and kind of circle around the bell jar a bit.
You marking your territory? Sorry.
We're trying to look at it from different angles.
I know. I'm sorry. That was
okay.
I should not be saying the first things that pop into my head.
It's the Dan.
It's the Dan way. We're bad enough.
Bad way to play.
That's the most proudest I've ever seen Dan. He's just like
a proud papa.
Yeah. Oh.
Are y'all done? Okay. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Maybe.
So we're done in our head, but I'm done for now verbally.
So
things are a little weird here.
John will kind of lean in. Doesn't Aurelius have some of these?
Yeah.
You're not as dumb as you look.
Well, he's
Zephyr.
told me, tried to, he showed them to me once, and as a said before, I didn't really have that much of an interest in sticking around, but I do remember these because I thought that why did he have them, but that's beside the point. Yeah, this is interesting.
I'm just wondering why this particular one is here.
And said the room was locked.
Yeah.
Well, he must have wanted to protect it.
Fuck.
Can I tell you something about when we were in one of the rooms? It was like a bathroom. There was a big old tub, and I was gonna take a bath in it, but it was really dirty. But
it's a shame.
Zephyr, I know, right? Zephyr had these little pieces that he collected throughout the house. I guess I don't know where he got them from, but and he put them together in this thing, and it had the symbol of the eye with the lines. With my notes real quick.
Torchlight.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Mm-hmm.
Zephyr will show it.
Interesting. What about it?
And also indicate the underside with the triangles.
Interesting design.
I appreciate your hope and optimism.
Not sure what that has to do with this, but it is interesting, as I'm sure there are a lot of interesting things in this house. And unexplained things, or at least until Cullem wakes up.
You will find out.
Yes, he will find out. Well...
Do you not like any of this stuff, or you seem kind of, I don't know, bored?
It's not
I'm a traveler.
that I'm not interested. And he'll kind of smirk over at Zephyr.
In John's voice.
It's not that I'm not interested. I find it... find it a little neglectful that we are searching through a man's house who is unconscious. It'd be one thing if we were trying to find out what happened to him, but I feel it's gone beyond that. I'm not really, I guess, adventurers will be adventurers. It's just not really my cup of tea. I like exploring things that, I don't know, I guess that don't have owners to claim them, or I just would feel a lot better about being involved after he's awake and is able to give us permission to go into locked rooms in his house.
Right. So respect the dead. I mean living.
Breathing. Thank goodness. But not awake.
Yes.
Okay, how about this?
I need more clarification.
I think we all do, but I don't think we're going to get any of that until the guy's awake.
Yes.
And I need to go back downstairs to see if I can understand what he's whispering and stuff. Zephyr, I'm going to have to relock the door. I'm sorry. Put that
Thank you
image
for
in your
facilitating that meeting. It was really helpful.
And Zephyr leaves.
Yeah.
It goes because we don't know yet.
going to the only room that Zephyr hasn't been to yet, namely the alchemy room.
Okay.
He just saunters off into a different room.
So you see
Now
Zephyr.
you know Jurble's pain.
You see Zephyr step out the door. Now you know
Curse you, Jurble.
Now you know the DM's pain.
Don't curse the bird doing all this.
So you see Zephyr step out the door.
Alcoholic bird.
John looks to you, Pyxrin, and smiles genuinely. Thank you. I'm not saying you did it for me, but I think it's for the best if we, let him reveal some of his own secrets to us. Yeah?
Of course.
And
I apologize.
I understand the thrill, and I understand the curiosity. I guess I've just kind of gotten to the point that, well, I found satisfaction outside of all of this.
Can you clarify satisfaction?
I need clarification. Yeah.
Have you seen Lyric?
I don't remember seeing. I'm sorry, I would have
Zephyr
brain
memorized
he was-
the sound of the big
He was
No.
a half-orc,
fart.
very kind of a little on the flamboyant side. He had like a library.
Oh,
and
okay.
very
Yeah.
bookish,
He was a
like
painter.
glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The chainsaw.
very colorful
Got-
clothes. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
He won the chainsaw
Chainsaw?
competition.
Yeah, he won the chainsaw competition 'cause he's an artist. So
Yeah.
Wait, are you two?
Wait.
oh, you
Zephyr
Just kidding.
looks around the doorway, making the makeout scene. Noise, and then-
Yeah. I thought we all knew this. I
Leans
didn't-
out.
And they shared
Well,
a tent
I
while
mean-
traveling.
Sometimes she pays attention, sometimes she doesn't. It just like she doesn't. I
shared
don't
a
know. She was
small
too busy
tent
trying to
together.
carve a penis or something. I don't remember what she was trying to
something
carve.
like that. Yeah.
You're
A
some
little preoccupied.
John will smirk. Yes, we've been together for a bit.
That's amazing. Did y'all get married?
Oh no, don't. It's not really necessary for us, but
Oh,
we're
well,
together.
if you ever do, I can. Do you mind if I, kind of officiate it?
Are you asking to marry us, Pyxrin?
Yeah. Why
I will
not?
propose the idea to Lyric. I don't think that he's quite the type, but we'll see.
I'll take that as a maybe.
Okay. He'll give you a pat on the back and start heading out of the room. And back
She'll
downstairs.
follow him and lock the door, relock the door behind them, and close it, and go downstairs to Cullen's room.
As he kind of goes on that first staircase to where it, kind of, you can either go straight like up to the right side or go back down to the first floor. He'll kind of call up, "Don't get into much trouble, Zephyr."
Oh shit!
And
I
he'll
forgot
go
about
downstairs.
Zephyr.
So
Let's hope this works.
Oh snap!
Ranerius, you're hearing all of this, Ranerius, as you're going into the first room over on this left side.
Did I hear the conversation between John and?
Yeah, I mean, you would have probably have been around. Yeah.
I just pictured Ranerius like halfway through the doorway, just
So, I mean, we'll say for
breathing.
we'll just say for the sake of story that as John is leaving, he'll probably pass you in the hallway. No, Ranerius.
Oh, hello. Don't mind me. I'm just having a peek.
Sure. He'll give you like a pat on the shoulder and walk on by you and downstairs.
Pyxrin's gonna rush by Ranerius and stop for us and be like, "Tag, you're it. Go find Zephyr," and run back towards Cullen's room.
What?
Make sure he doesn't steal anything, and lock doors.
Don't lock Zephyr into a room.
So back to the library, to the hidden room in the library room, to Caszeel and Wren, who are left in there. Jurble, where are you at again? Oh, you're outside. That's right.
Yeah, he's
My
good.
God.
He probably would have come
Everyone
back
is
in now.
in so many places. Caszeel and Wren in this hidden room. What are y'all up to?
Probably in the midst of this, while I'm still looking at the book and things like that, I would probably say, so I don't actually, out of character, I don't remember how long you were gone. It feels like forever, but I think it was only like 2 weeks.
That's a good question. It's been at least a few weeks, I think. Because I think it took me at least a couple of weeks, at least a week to get here. And there was a week before that. I feel like maybe it's been closer to a month. I don't think it'd be more than a month, though.
Got it. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
So, what filled your time? Was it all stuff with your dad, or?
Oh, well, no. At first, there was a fair bit with me pa. I think you noticed as well, perhaps, that there was something off with Wilhelm before he and I left. He had a bit of almost the fiending to use that device to get back everything the sands and just go back to whatever it is he was doing with it. It seemed that he was, once we had the sand back in the house, it seemed that he was looking to get to do something a bit, to make changes, use it again, make some changes. And after learning how dangerous that is, I just couldn't let him do that. And he left so quickly. There's a few other things that I just can't share yet surrounding that, but I had to take after me pa. And then almost babysitting. Sometimes he'd be in his right mind, other times he'd not. And then I got in touch when he left again. After he was called by Aurelius. I don't know if I told you that yet. He was summoned by a courier to see Aurelius. That same night, he disappeared with the device. And I should have known better, but he'd been behaving a bit better, and it sounded like we had some leads to maybe make him better and understand this Torchlight Committee a bit more. But when he fled, the courier came back asking after him. And so I had to explain he was gone, and took the device, and that's when the courier, did he give me the sendings down? Put me in touch with Aurelius, and Aurelius asked to speak with me. There's, as you've heard here, there's other devices. I still don't quite understand how my pa was able to use it the way he did, the way John was speaking. Geneva once gave just a wee bit of a hint that perhaps my pa was a bit special in his usage of that. But there's still so many unknowns and so many of these out there. And I don't know what's happened to Aurelius or Geneva. She messaged me perhaps a week ago or less, just less. And it sounded like a grand commotion in the background. Something wrong. She was a bit out of breath and just messaged saying, get here, get to Cullem. and this is Aurelius's orders. Get there, speak with him, and then it cut out. I haven't been able to raise a sense on this stone.
Gotcha.
But I'm sorry, Wren, that I had to leave like that. And
things happen. Family's family.
I
think I don't remember if you told us this before. How long has your dad been traveling and doing this type of stuff?
I haven't seen me pa since I was. Thankfully, I brought these notes up. Since I was just a wee lad, I was. Yada yada yada. There we go, father. Yeah. He left when I was 2. And of course, as you know, I'm a fair bit older than that now.
How old is your father?
I don't know. I'm 567 years old, so whatever that makes me, pa.
Gotcha. Did I know you were 500 some odd years
You
old?
knew I'd been around a while.
I knew you were
so,
old. Yeah. Okay.
An old man.
But not,
I was trying to decide if that was supposed to be a shock in my brain or not.
Maybe a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. I didn't realize you were that old.
I don't know why. I aged, a wee bit, obviously, but at one point when I hit around, I think 37 or so, I just I look like this. I haven't really changed since then.
Oh, so you don't even know why you're so old?
Nope. That's what I've been searching for. I did a lot of archaeology work and other sagely things to try and find answers. There had to be something here in this grand multiverse that could explain it. How I was doing work there, and why can I not think of the city we torched to the ground?
Bern.
Thank you.
Bern.
Bern, aye. That's why I was working there in Bern.
We don't say the B word around here.
Oops. Nice. When I met you all, I've been doing some work for someone there that was paying me well, and I was looking for answers, but
Okay.
have you all? I feel extra terrible because it sounds like you've all been through quite a bit in the past month or so.
It's been an adventure, to say the least, but we've made it.
All right. Is your family still faring well? I think you had some cousins and such. You were.
Oh well, Gimbal left right before you left. So happened.
Right.
So Gimbal's fine. He's somewhere. I don't remember what I wrote down where he lives now. But he's good and he seems to be happy. Yeah, we did stop by my family a while back, and my sister and mom and dad are doing all right. I tried to convince my dad that. Wait, was that pre-time shift? Did all that actually happen?
Well, yeah, you still remember it happening. Yeah.
Okay. I tried to convince him to find a safer place.
Aye. And it didn't?
Well, my dad, he's kind of, we're safe. Us gnomes, we make our towns as invisible as possible to outsiders, so he still feels they're safe, but we'll see. But my sister will work on him and try and get him to change his mind.
Good. And I see that your wolf, right? Was it wolf?
Yeah.
Your wolf is still well, and
yeah. I think this is new information to you. I think she's from Dem Glemte.
Really?
Yeah, and at least every time a portal for Dem Glemte opens up, boy howdy, she wants to go.
Oh.
But we'll see where that goes. Yeah, I think it was Aurelius. that told me she's from the northeast-ish area of Dem Glemte. Blind grab. We'll see if it's right.
Oh, all right. So we don't know if she's ever. You haven't been back there yet with her.
No, except for when we went and saw Aurelius and met him and joined the Torchlight Committee. We came back, and that was when all hell seems to have broken loose on Ozberghen, and we haven't gotten back there yet. We also heard a similar struggles and things going on badly with Aurelius that kind of just chaos going on in his side, and we were gonna go back, but we wanted to get Jurble squared away before rushing there. But
I should probably. We tried a number of things with Cullem, but I do have like a mental message I can send. I didn't even try that. Perhaps I should go down there and
maybe
give that a try. Wait, do I notice? Is there any glow to all their necklaces, or I wouldn't notice it?
No.
It's big gold chains.
Yeah, it's a you would see. I mean, you'd probably have noticed them wearing them, and I think that they've in your presence touched them and spoke to each other. But yeah, it would be just a gold chain with just a little interestingly shaped pendant on it.
Okay. I didn't even know they were actually gold chains. I was just being ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very thin gold. Very thin gold.
Well, I'm glad that you're all
Very thin,
right.
not worth much. Don't sell it.
Right. It's only plated.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It seems that you've all gotten stronger between you and the lad, Ranerius, and everyone. Really,
yeah.
Whatever their names are.
Yeah, and everyone.
It's okay, y'all. He's been gone for a while. Give him a break.
I'll remember this.
This is
I just didn't want to name everybody.
What are you talking about?
Nice. Well, I remember everyone's names. I just didn't want to be like, and this, and list it.
Well, yeah,
that bugbear fellow, he's nice.
we've faced a lot of things, and even coming here, there was a moment I thought I could have actually died, but luckily Jurble did some good fighting and saved me in some sense.
Good.
But, yeah.
Well, I'd love to. I hope we can all catch up a bit more. I can share a little bit more about what's happened to me in the past month or so, and hear a bit more about you all. A lot of you.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can do much else here. Do you know how to close this door up?
I don't know, do I? Because I wasn't here when you opened it, so I don't remember what it was that you did to open it.
Nope. You just see that it's just as you walked in, you would have noticed that it's just like the library wall with the shelves going from wall to wall, and then just this almost one shelf pushed in and has been pushed in about 10 feet, and you could just walk around it.
No, I have no idea how to close this door.
Do you want me to ask anyone to come up, give you a hand with the books and such?
I'll try and figure it out.
Please, if anyone else comes up that hasn't been in here already, can you let them know not to touch that particular box over there, as it has that scrying magic that can peek in on us. All right, I'll go check on Cullem. Thanks, friend. That was nice.
It's good to have you back.
Thanks, friend. And head out because he's coming.
Okay.
As he leaves, I'm going to take the dated names book and put it in my bag.
Okay, all right. Cool. All right, so, those people, let's see. So, Ranerius, let's see. I will say that, okay, so going back a bit, you had went over to that left side. You would have saw the open door going into a darkened room that you would have seen some elaborate carpets on the floor and an easel on the other side.
Okay.
Are you going inside at all?
I guess my primary task is to find Zephyr now.
Okay. Well, this would have been before Pyxrin would have asked you to find Zephyr.
Okay, so
you would have
yes,
hit this room first. Okay.
Yeah.
So stepping in, you don't have dark vision as a human, so the room is dark. You can make out again the easel. You can see a few things on the walls, but with having your detect magic up, I would say you can kind of guess that you're getting towards the end of your 10 minutes, so it would probably go down after this room anyways, but it's up long enough to where you can to where you can see. There are some jars of paint by the easel that are on the floor, and there's like some wrapped up paint brushes along with like this crate of different supplies and paints. There are a few glass jars that look to be filled with paints that seem to glow a bit. And also, as you're looking around, it's hard to see again because it's dark in here, but in the 30 feet that you can tell, and this is going all the way up on the walls, about 30 feet, you can kind of make out frames, but you can't really make out what's inside the frames. And the frames are just packed like right up against each other, like butted up against each other on all of the walls in this room. And your detect magic kind of shows a bit of a shimmer on all of the walls.
As if like the paint had been used on the walls?
I mean, you saw the paint and then, but whatever, again, it's hard to tell because it's dark in here.
Right,
whatever is inside these frames, you can't really make out, but you can tell that it's framed something. Maybe, you might be able to make out one landscape that looks up, but this, like, magic is going up all of the walls in that 30-foot radius around you.
Got it.
All right.
Cool.
That would have been all you saw in that room, and then as you exited, you could kind of feel the detect magic fall down that casting, and you would run into Pyxrin, and she would tell you that you need to find Zephyr. So.
All right, then I'll be on my way to Zephyr.
Zephyr, where did you run off to? You ran off to the alchemy room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
The opposite direction of where I'd be looking.
I'm just imagining like the layout of the house and like everyone's tracks in this house the past 3 hours, and like you see all these different colored lines like going upstairs and downstairs and from room to room to room. There's a lot. So Zephyr, you're going over. So you make your way over to that right hallway to the alchemy room. And you see from wall to wall these various cabinets. Some are open, some are closed. There are a few drawers that have been brought out to the floor and contents spread across. There are different scrolls and stuff in this room. Jars, potions, just everywhere. And there's a huge square wooden table that is looks very sturdy, with a few like empty jars on it, and a couple books and a few other items.
Looking for secret compartmenty plagues.
Just secret compartments. Okay, make an investigation.
Yeah, the same thing that I've been doing, and that's
Sure.
an 18.
Okay. You. In one of the cabinets, you would find a secret compartment that has a book inside of it. Doesn't seem to be much room in this compartment for anything else but this one book. As you pull it out, it has a brown cover and has a red kind of like ribbon bookmark in it.
Okay.
Do you flip through it or anything, or just... Okay.
Yeah.
It is blank inside.
Totally.
Just blank pages.
Is there any way to like check it for invisible ink? Hold it over a candle, but don't light it on fire, kind of a thing.
There aren't any
Why'd
candles
you
in
tip
this.
bait like that?
Bring the house down.
There
Oh
aren't
my
any
gosh.
candles in this room that are lit. There are candles that are unlit, and you could probably find a container of matches somewhere. You do also have a window that's bringing in some early evening light. Pretty large window.
Bring it over and see if I hold
Okay.
a page up to the light.
All right, so you
I can
hold a
see anything
page
on
kind
it.
of clumsily up to the light, and it looks like a blank piece of paper.
Any arcana or anything?
If you would like to do
Coming off of it?
an Arcana check, you absolutely can.
Nat 20.
Yeah, seems magical.
Also not magical.
No, it seems magical.
I was waiting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just a blank sketchbook.
Yes.
No,
It's an empty window.
it does seem magical. I mean, you can't, with just an Arcana check, can't tell, like, but yes, it is magical.
I mean, what I know.
In fact,
of...
as you are checking that with Arcana and you're holding it up to the light, you almost see like it's not invisible ink, but almost like an impression of words like muddled together, like almost like as if you would have taken there's really no other way to describe it. Like there are like as you're like doing the Arcana check and holding it to the light, like you can see lighter parts of the page that seem to make out words, but it seems to be words on top of words.
Big book of words.
You take it off from the light and it just looks like a blank page.
Yeah.
Zephyr pacing back and forth.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything. So I'll just put it in my bag.
Okay. All right, so you put the
Any other secret
book in your bag.
hidden around?
No other secret
Or
compartments.
things
no.
of interest in general, I suppose.
Well, make a perception check for that, please.
Perception this time.
Yes, correct. I mean, you
dirty 20.
You are in a room filled with scrolls and like bottles of things. So are you
Lots of things.
Are you just
Yeah.
looking through a few choice shelves?
Sure.
Okay.
I would like you to itemize the room for me.
F you. Yeah.
Zephyr's really gonna take
No, but
his
really,
time
that's
and
what he
just
wants.
Pick up every bottle and read every scroll.
Okay. All right. So, see if that's gonna work. No, that's not what I want. Love you. All right, so you do find one potion, that is, let's see, how many things are you, let's see here, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, you find one potion that looks like there's a a thick fluid inside that's in constant motion.
Go on.
And as you take a closer look at it, it looks like that there are like eyes seem to appear and dissolve within it.
Less interested.
Okay.
You find
So I'm just gonna pop the cork off and down.
You're going to down it?
Okay. No.
I mean,
I'm totally joking.
Andrew, you can do whatever you want to do, okay?
I know. I think I've already given people enough of a heart attack.
I don't know if it kills them.
Ranerius, you're supposed to be babysitting him.
I'm trying to get there.
He's almost.
Shit.
You find another potion, a flask
next to Ken here
that contains a single small beetle-like insect.
Don't eat that.
This is a potion?
Well, I mean, it's in a potion bottle.
Or it's a flask with an insect in it.
It's a potion. It's an empty potion flask with an insect inside. Yes.
This is like giving me
Like
anxiety.
it looks like it's being kept there in 10 kind of a thing.
It's inside of the jar. I mean, it's inside the flask. That's all you can tell.
And it's corked.
Yes, it's corked. Absolutely.
Is the flask corked? Okay.
Yeah.
Flask with bug. Yeah, I'll if those anything else?
Ranerius enters the room.
In a flask.
Surrounded by a thick liquid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing, Zephyr?
Just pointing at the bug in the flask like I need clarification.
I'm sure there's much in this room to be clarified. Maybe we should wait for Cullem to clarify it for us.
I need clarification.
I'm aware. I
What
too have a great
Normally
thirst
goes inside.
for knowledge. But again, it might be good to put whatever you've taken, but back where you found it.
We could probably talk to him.
Maybe
Special side effects?
If he wakes up, I'd be happy to talk to him. Yes.
Oh no.
I think a note would suffice.
Maybe you should find notes in the library, perhaps.
Oh. Follow me. Yeah, and Zephyr will leave carrying the bottle with the beetle bug ahead of him and head and go to the lab.
Okay.
I will follow Zephyr.
So you're going into the next room, Zephyr? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Where are you going again?
To the library.
To the library. Okay, so you go into the library room.
Yeah, so across the hall.
Okay. Yeah. What are you doing in here? So you have the secret door still open. You have the library with the wall-to-wall bookshelves, the table, the chairs, the window with the early evening light.
Zephyr will close the secret door.
Okay. So you're trying to find a way to close the secret door?
Well, I mean, Zephyr was there when Jurble opened it.
Okay.
He was?
Make a perception check, please.
No, I was down the hall. You're right. He was
Yeah.
down the hall.
So if you want to are you trying to find a way to close it?
Nah, I just want to find a reference book. It would talk about beetle bug potions books.
Okay. There are about there are a couple of hundred at least books in this library. They're pretty tightly packed in. Make an investigation check with the books.
I am watching Zephyr.
Now we find out if Zephyr can work a library system. Hey, 15.
Okay. All right. You do find a book on bugs, but nothing about potions. I mean, nothing about like bugs and potions together. The book on bugs, as you're flipping through it, it does seem like it lists a few ways to use bugs, which there are a couple of potions listed in there. But that's not like the main point of the book. The main point of the book is just information about bugs, how to use them in life, how to use them in...
Can I find this bug? In the bug?
Make a fresh investigation check for me.
Oh. Ooh, 18.
Okay. You are able to find that specific bug in the book, yes. It's a type of beetle. Let me bring that up here again.
It's just a regular beetle?
It's a type of beetle, yes.
Oh, it's anti.
Oh. No listing of a potion that it's used for.
Any uses at all for the beetle?
I mean, there are some cooking uses for it.
For anything.
It can be used in some to clean some, like in some cleaning combinations, to clean some household objects. It gives a little bit of history and like the places that it's usually found in.
Anything worth remembering?
I mean, it's pretty much general information.
Okay.
Have you found what you're looking for, Zephyr?
We could certainly go and say goodbye.
You both see a very interesting red book on the table, though.
Oh?
First read's free.
Zephyr looks at the red book.
That book in particular gave a certain enchantment aura before.
Are you picking it up, Zephyr, or are you just looking at it?
It may be best to stay
I will meet
away.
you halfway and open it while it is on the table.
Okay.
Ranerius is saying this, and Zephyr just walks away.
The cover of the book is bound in this like almost plush red leather. In gold lettering, it says "Red Tide" on the front. As you open up the book, roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Maybe we can have someone identify it before you try and.
Zephyr, identify what?
Did you say a wisdom?
You actually.
That's a 19.
Did I have you roll Jurble? I don't think I did I?
I think you
You
did
rolled.
because
You
I
rolled
failed
something,
it.
Alright.
yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I got angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as you flip through, it seems to be a story about vampires. Different, more like informational about, history of vampires, known vampires throughout history, how to tell if someone's turning into a vampire, historic ways of protecting yourself against vampirism, both becoming a vampire and against vampires.
This is very specific, its presence, and it intrigues
Sure.
me.
Sure.
And I want to know if it has anything to do with Cullem.
How are you finding that out?
Oops, sorry.
Are you asking me as the DM? Because you know I'm not going to tell you.
Cullem.
Yeah, y'all been playing Twilight all this time. You didn't know?
No!
Done. People's gonna start glittering in the sunlight. No. Let me go back to the werewolf pack.
I mean, paying close attention to these sort of tales about like defending against attacks by a vampire and
sure.
To do, I'm assuming this is in there, if someone has been attacked by a vampire, stuff like that.
So you're seeing if that's in there? I don't understand what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I mean,
anything about vampire attacks and or if a vampire is sick.
It's a way to, it outlines that in there, sure.
Any specific to do to help someone who has been attacked by a vampire?
You can sit down and read the book for a couple of hours to get some information.
I will do that.
So you just want to sit down there and read?
Yeah, Zephyr's literally going to just sit cross-legged on the floor with the book on his lap and read it.
Okay. All right, Ranerius, that's what you see.
Ranerius.
I need more clarification. Cullem. More clarification.
As long as you're not stealing things, I guess.
I'll come out of the secret room. What's going on out here?
Zephyr's reading a magical book. I don't know what it's about, but he seems to have the situation under control.
Make another wisdom saving throw, Zephyr.
Okay.
Ooh, periodic wisdom saving throws. This is an exciting book.
If he starts to glow, I
21. I want to get possessed by a vampire.
You start to feel a little bit angry, Zephyr. Can't place
a little
it.
What?
A little agitated. It might be that, Ranerius is here standing over you. People keep telling you not to steal things. There's so many things in this house that you want to touch, but you can't. Start to feel a little bit of that build up in you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, Caszeel, where were you at?
I was heading down to try to see Cullem to try and speak telepathically.
Okay. All right. And Pyxrin was heading downstairs as well. Teagan, you're already downstairs, correct? Jurble, were you going to do anything outside?
After a while, he probably would have wandered back in.
Okay. Where are you going?
He probably would have just sat on the couch.
Okay, so you sit on the couch. Larrick is sitting there on one end, kind of just drinking some tea. Are you going to sit on the other end of the couch? I mean, it's a wide couch. I mean, you're not sitting right beside him.
I mean, yeah, Jurble doesn't care.
Okay, yeah. So you'll sit down.
Where the body's still warm.
Larrick will you'll see Larrick pause in his tea drinking as you plop on the couch, and to try and keep it steady. A little bit of spill comes out of it. Long day.
He just fucked up his day.
You don't even know.
Maybe would you like some tea? I can make you some tea in the kitchen. I think Death's in there. Do you need something? How about a book? There are some books here, and he'll start going over to the bookshelf. And,
there's this great one called The Red Tide.
Get a couple of books.
Jurble's already looked at that one. No.
Get a couple of books. Okay.
I'm good. The library upstairs was more than enough. Daft, is there any more tea? My head hurts.
Yes. I can make you some. Do you prefer sweet, fruity, herbal, caffeinated?
Bitter.
What?
I need some strong bitter tea right now.
Oh, okay. Coming up. You'll hear him chuckle a bit, and he'll get to making some tea for you. Is there anything that you wanted to do, talk to Larrick or anything about, Jurble?
Probably not.
Okay. We'll go over to the so Caszeel, you head into the room around the same time that Pyxrin does, where Cullem is. Teagan, you see Teagan in there. John probably would have went to join Lyric. So eventually, John would come in there and kind of sit down, not in between the two of you, but sit down in another chair.
Oh, Jurble, like when John would come in, he would have like shifted over a little bit in case he
right.
wanted to get in the center.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so John would have sat in between you and be like, comfy. All right, so going into...
Jurble's not showered in a while.
They won't say anything. In fact, I'm not sure that John and Lyric have showered in a while, so...
They're not bugbears.
They've been on the road with us. So.
Well, no, but...
Yeah, we have been on the road for a bit.
Might be some other... Anyways.
We're all stanking up Cullum's house. Poor guy.
So,
he lives underneath a waterfall. He probably has some serious mold problem. It's fine.
So back in Cullem's room. So Caszeel and Pyxrin, you walk in, and Teagan's in the room already. Cullem is still seemingly resting peacefully in the bed.
Oh, Teagan. Hope you don't mind if I sit back down. I had another thought on how to reach Cullem.
Whatever you... Yeah, give it a shot. He has barely stirred once, maybe a little bit, but nothing, other than that, nothing else.
All right. I'm gonna pull up a seat, and when I realize Pyxrin's coming in, I'll you want to sit here first? I don't want to take a seat away from you.
Yeah, I'll sit down. And do you need to stand next to the bed or something? Or?
No, I can stand over here. It's all right. And I'll take out Vinad's violin off my back and draw the bow and begin to play the same melody. I'm going to start with the same melody that I used before. I'll use Song of Rest. Oh, no, I can't. I already did that. I'll begin playing that same melody that seemed to be appealing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to sing a little this time, and whatever bardly, music crafting I can muster. I'm going to try and sing a song of something creative around the portrait above the bed.
Okay. All right.
And craft a little story, and I might even, throw a few nods to Z in there.
Okay.
Without directly saying that.
Okay.
I want to build it up and then send message. Like, as I'm doing it, I'm going to pick up the pace to try and make him maybe feel a little more lively.
I'm never going to give you up.
Yeah.
I'm never going to let you down. I'm never going to turn around.
Make a performance check with advantage.
Ooh, okay, thank you. All right, it's not bad at all. I think this is decent. +8, so that's a 26.
Okay, all right. So you play this lovely song to those Teagan and Pyxrin. It sounds beautiful as you hear him kind of weave this story of two lovers, and seems very kind of reminiscent. And you kind of look up at the portrait as you're listening to the song and look back down at Cullem. And as the music kind of picks up tempo, all of you watching kind of Cullem and looking in between Cullem and Caszeel and the portrait, you all kind of rest your eyes on Cullem at the same time, and his eyes begin to flutter open. And that's where we end tonight's session.
Nice.
So
there's been a theft.
Your house. We had nothing to do with it. We just got here.
I have no idea what's going on. I just woke up.
Thank you so much, players, for your great role play this evening. I appreciate it. You're so welcome. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. Y'all are the greatest. To go over
plus the Teagan's role playing tonight.
Teagan did great.
Or Teagan.
Teagan did great. So to go over a little bit, we have a lot of D&D and other content here on Mapbird streams. On Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, we have D&D 5e content from 10 p.m. Eastern Time to 1 a.m. Eastern Time, as well as on Saturdays from 6 p.m. Eastern Time to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. On Tuesdays from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic, where myself and Victoria work on dungeon tiles, we paint minis, and just have a great, grand time together. Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time is Mad Art with Steph, where I work on some fan art for the various campaigns here on Mapbird streams. And Sunday, hopefully soon, we'll be back into our Mapbird Place at 2 p.m. Eastern Time with more content to come. And also we have a Patreon, so if you're looking for ways to support the channel, great way to do so. Not only do y'all get some really cool stuff, but we get more back. So it's our preferred way to support, again, if you're looking for that sweet, sweet opportunity. All right, so that brings us to raid. Dan, did you have anyone in mind, or I'm just looking through my contacts here?
I did not look at all.
That's
I'm sorry.
Fine. That's okay. That is a-okay. We have, let's see here. We have, let's see, that's a rerun. Well, let's just go over to, let's see what we have here under Dungeons and Dragons. See if we can just raid to someone new, maybe.
Oh, exciting.
Oh, Behold Roleplay's live. I don't know why they weren't showing on my thing. Yeah, or actually, let's head over. I know we've raided them before recently and on other streams, but let's head over to Dork Tales and give them a nice raid. So, let's see here. Let me put that into the chat. Dork Tales. Woo! All right, so again, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us this evening. You've been watching The Forsaken every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you, players. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you for Curious Limit tomorrow. And give a caw-caw in the Dork Tales chat. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Caw-caw.